If you're willing, I'd like you to stretch out your hand and make a fist. And chances are your fist is in one of three positions. Either your thumb is on the outside of your fingers, kind of facing up, or your thumb is on the outside of your fingers, laying across your fingers, or your thumb is inside your fingers like that. Well, according to an article that I recently read on the internet, which means it is most certainly entirely true, how you make a fist says something about your personality. For example, if your thumb is on the outside of your fingers looking up, then it says that you are strong and driven and protective. If your thumb is on the outside like this, then you are outgoing and you are honest, sometimes brutally honest with others. And if your thumb is underneath your fingers like this, then you are kind, you are emotional, and you are introspective. And so there you go. Everything you need to know about yourself just by looking at a fist. And so the next time you go on a first date, you just have them make a fist and it'll tell you everything you need to know about them, if they're worth marrying or not. But don't you wish it were that easy? Don't you wish you could do something so simple, just like make a fist, and you would have all of the answers to all of your important questions. You would know who you're supposed to marry, and how the bills are going to get paid, and how you're going to get everything on your to-do list done, and you would know how long before the cancer goes away, and how you're going to fix this problem, and how you're going to get this solution, and how you're just going to figure out all the answers to all of your questions. I mean, there are so many important things on our minds these days, things that have a huge impact on our emotions. And how do you think all the things that are on our hearts these days compare with all the things that were on the hearts of Moses and the Israelites as they were leaving Egypt in the book of Exodus? In Exodus chapter 14, 450 years after they had begun their slavery, the Israelite nation was not far from the land that God had promised them. But coming after them were a whole lot of fists that belonged to a lot of Egyptian soldiers who were very determined to show them how they felt about Pharaoh's momentary lapse in judgment for letting them go. But right in front of them was a big body of water that they were not able to get past on their own, and so they didn't see a way forward in life. Just like we often don't, when we don't have all the answers to all of our questions. And do you know what Moses did in that situation? He stretched out his hand. Not because he wanted to show everybody what kind of personality he had, but because he wanted to remind both them and us exactly what kind of God our hope is in. And when the Israelites came to Moses scared because they couldn't see a way forward in life, Moses told them to do something. He said, "You only need to be still." And why did he say that? Because the Lord will fight for you. The Lord was going to give them a way forward. And this week we're going to talk about how the Lord will always do the same thing for you.